It's the Jim Fannin Show. We've come to take your mind.
Am I still on? Here we go. That's a pop-up. Jim Fannin Show is all things Dominican Republic. How can you get here and stay alive? I have no idea. But it's a pop-up. Strap it in and welcome aboard. The following takes are views expressed by the host. The views and opinions expressed by the host that may or may not be shared with anyone that knows or loves me or is connected to me in any way, shape, or form. Also, the background noise is free, and it's provided by my neighborhood, Campo. My apartment is kind of facing the courtyard of the two buildings. So, when the motor coaches come up or some people drive their Harleys up and park in front of the condo building, I'm on top of it. Literally. It's fine with me. I sleep through the night. I got no problems. But I did see a place across the street yesterday that backed onto the jungle and Paradise, like a Club Med Paradise. Whatever happened to Club Med? I heard that the building I'm in used to be a Club Med. This is Infinity Blue. Infinity Blue is a private oceanfront community with low condo fees, no taxes, and $125,000 price point. USD. $125,000 USD, monthly fees of $120, and that $120 a month takes care of this stuff. And the private beach with the beach bunks that you can rent free. You just got to reserve them. They've got all kinds of great features. And it's my first listing in DR. Now, we don't take exclusive listings in DR. So I'm one of, 5 or 6 other agents that have this same listing at the same price. And whichever brokerage brings the buyer, that brokerage gets paid, and no one else does. So I hope I've solved the problem of the different sound. I don't know. I had a different volume from here to here before, and I wasn't aware of why. So you don't, excuse me. I made homemade chicken soup from all the bones I've been saving up over the last couple months. Because I eat lots of chicken, and I'm not sure why my lighting is going on and off like this. I tried to adjust my camera a little bit. That's not working. I thought I fixed it. Changed the lighting. Blah, 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 blah. Chicken soup. Homemade chicken soup. This is Infinity Blue. This is about a 4-minute video that I put on YouTube. I'm not sure if I need the audio. Now, this doesn't have audio, so let me help you. This is actually, and I've done, a broadcast with this leading the way before, but since it's my first listing and it's active, and it's a hell of a good deal. And a friend of mine owns it, so I want to sell it for him. This is out the balcony. There's some parking to the left, a nice driveway to the right that leads right out to the gate. This is kind of on the road side of the complex, on the street side. So the other end of the complex is obviously the beach. And if you want a place on the beach in Infinity Blue, I can get you one, but it's not 125. It's about a 610 square foot. That's 61 meters. Square meters, that is. 1 bedroom. It's tight. It's efficient. And it's cheap. 125 USD. We have clear title. And that's a big deal down here. We have a decent lawyer for you. And we'll get into the Dominican concierge later. I mean, but the only thing I can't help you out with is like work. If you're going to, I mean, unless you want to be a realtor, I might be able to help you out there. But like a job. But you can, it's a wild, wide west. Why the wild west? Let's just, yeah, you can open any business you want, especially if you're employing the local people. As long as you're not taking jobs from the local people, I think you're good. But you can open a little bar on the side of the street and sell cigarettes and booze and food with no health regulations, no business license, and no liquor license at all. It's wide open. It's complete freedom. Much like this place. The fees are $120. Did I mention there's no taxes? It rents, right now it's currently rented for $1,100 a month. So the ROI on it's not that quick if you figure it out. I have better properties if you're looking for investment, but this is a solid investment in a place that you can go to once in a while when it's not rented if you want. It's security, 24 hours, gated. Nobody gets in unless they have an appointment or someone's given their name at the gate. And I have the rules and regulations. You can have pets in this building. Now, you can't walk your pet down the beach, or you can't let your dog run free near the pool, but you can have them in your unit, and I think it's a 40-pound maximum. So they don't like big dogs. Maybe it's 30 pounds. Either way, I do have the condo rules and regulations. You're welcome to them if you're interested. But why would you invest in Canada when the prices are so high and liable to crash at any time, especially with inflation going through the roof? I can't believe the Bank of Canada is holding their bank rate down still, but they are. That can't last forever. And once the rates go up, the market's going to go down. It's just a function of the economics of real estate. So this is a peek out the balcony. I think I'm using a wider lens here, a little bit of parking over there. That's the beach to the back. And that goes out to the driveway. If you go down the end of that drive and turn right, the gate is right there. So it's very close to the top of the street. Now we're coming back into the unit. It's in pretty good shape. It's clean. There's tenants in there, so they get their stuff in there. But as you can see, some decent cupboards, some decent appliances, and it's furnished. It comes with all this stuff. It's all included. Of course, being chattels, you probably want to put that in there, although I'm not sure that we're as concerned as we are back in Canada with that kind of thing. Doesn't that range hood look, where's my camera maybe? I wonder if that range hood is crooked. Wow. Stop it. Yeah. Well, maybe the stove's crooked too. This is a wide lens, so maybe that's just the way the lens makes it look. I'm not sure. But it's decently renovated, good sized. 61 meters is 610 square feet. There is a closet on the way in down the hall. This is coming back to the front door, and this is the front of the unit. The front of the unit, again, fronts onto the street, and I'll show you how close that is. And then the main bath. In these efficiency units, the main bath is always off the bedroom, which is kind of, it's not perfect, but I guess that's how you gotta, oh, look at me. I'm not even soaking wet with sweat. That's different. Look at me. I'm in long pants and long sleeve shirt, and my shirt is not wet. That's different. Talk to me about the cash back, and I don't like to promote that so much because it makes me feel dirty. Like at home, you get deregistered. You lose your license for that. But down here, it's completely acceptable. So if you're coming down here and you say, Jimmy, I'm an agent or I'm a buyer, and you're my boy, and I want the kickback, I'll split my commission with you. On this, it's 10%. 10% is $12,500. Half of that is $6,000. $250 USD in your pocket or credited on closing. Cash, I think, is good in your pocket. I think people like cash. Or if you send someone to me and they buy it and I make my 10%, I will give you that same cut. And you don't even have to be a realtor. Like in Canada, you have to hold a license for me to pay you. Not down here. It's the Wild West. I can pay whoever I want, as much as I want. And maybe I won't have to do this forever. But for now, getting started, looking to put my first deal together on my first listing, I don't mind splitting my 10 points with you. Or whatever I get. If you co-broke it with someone, sometimes you have to split that 10% with another agent. If it's an exclusive listing, then I only get 5%. So in which case you'll get $3,000 whatever. 125. Oh, that was quick. I think it's accurate. So here you go. That's the bedroom with the three-piece. Now, there's not a lot of tubs down here. So it's a shower, three-piece, and then coming out to the front door. So there's nothing much to see there. But this is like, if you were to turn around in the front door, this is just out the front door and to the right. I think it's a common area because they don't want you hanging your laundry in the hallways. So they have little spaces like this where you can set up your laundry and put it out to dry if you don't have a dryer in there. And that's the street. I would say, what's that, 100 yards? I would say that's a good football field away. Roughly. Maybe less. I don't know, 60 yards maybe. It's not immediately on the street, but you are going to get some street activity. You are going to hear the moto conchos. And that is the walk up from building 2KB. Well, the unit is 2KB. It's on the second floor, so you get a flight of stairs to come up, and I'll show you that. And that's where you pull in to come down to the front gate, which is that way, just down that road to the left is where the front gate is, just like we were looking out the balcony. You can see where it is. And being in the zone, this is the North Coast. There's all beachfront down here, and what do you call it? Resorts. Like down a little ways, maybe a 2-minute walk. Oh, where's the beach? What up, Floor Score? Casa Marina, the first place that I stayed here 20 some odd years ago was that resort. It's just down the street this way, like 2 minutes. And I toured it the other day. There's a video up if you want to go through it and see what a swim up room looks like from the pool to your deck chair, half in the water, and then just walk into your room. A swim up room. What the hell? How come I never heard of a swim up room before? Well, I don't get out much. So this is Sosúa. If you go past Casa Marina, it heads down to Playa Alicia, which is one of my favorite beaches, and past that is Playa Sosúa. Again, it's 5 or 7 minutes down the street by walking. Now, I don't know if you can see the catamaran out there in the center of the picture, but that is basically just past that and to the left, I think, a little bit. There's a reef out there that you can snorkel on. Okay? It's actually swimmable out there. Get this. There's nothing that's going to eat you in the Dominican Republic. There's no poisonous snakes or tarantulas. I've never seen. What are you going to see? In the jungle, maybe? And they're not coming after you. They don't think they can eat you. So there's no venomous snakes. There are boas and maybe pythons, but they're constrictors, aren't they? There's no sharks on on the North Coast. You don't have to worry about getting eaten in the water morning, noon, or night. Now, at night, you can't swim unless you're on this beach because it's a private beach. If you're carrying on down in front of the bars down in Kite Beach, or what do they call? Cabarete? Yeah, the authorities will come and pull you out. They don't want you in the water at night for whatever reason, especially if you're drinking. So straight out there is a reef that you can snorkel and swim out to and snorkel over. And I was on top of a reef, but I was near a reef and I saw 3 fish. But it's so cool because in 30 feet of water out there, You can see the bottom, and it's all sand. All you see is little ridges of sand, like they've been blown like effortlessly over 1 million years. I guess they have. Beautiful. Nothing on the bottom. It's just all sand. I'm like, is that it? So when one fish swims by, you're like, you could see it perfectly contrast against the bottom of the beautiful sandy bottom ocean. Somebody actually lost their glasses, dropped their glasses, and their husband went down, dove down with the flippers and a mask and grabbed them 30 feet. Same with a phone. Somebody said they dropped their phone in there. Went down and grabbed it, and it still worked. It was an iPhone. So this is
Infinity Blue. There's the snorkeling out there. Break wall. Private beach.
Talk to me about how impressive these titles are. Is that like this is you get all this for my commission? That's some kind of listing agent, isn't it?
Security 24/7. Gated. 125,000 USD. $120 a month for common fees. HOA.
Yes, all these titles, all this brilliant video editing could be yours if you list with Jim Fannin. Jim at RealtorDR.com. I'm going to just start marketing myself as Fannin, period. There's lots of Jims on this island, and even more Jimmies. So I think my business card is just going to say, call Fannin. So I think a lot of the girls call me back home, especially at the mansion house. Well, look at that. What do you call that feature, that effect? Something effect. Oh, shit, I can't remember the effect. Now, this is coming back from the beach. It's a walkway to the center of the common area, and there's a couple pools here. Mango trees, coconut trees, lots of exotic plants that we struggle to keep alive in Canada. Yeah, all these tropical plants that we struggle to keep alive in Canada grow as like weeds down here. It's cool. There is the outdoor barbecue. Garden Gazebo Charcoal Barbecue. Did I spell it right? You got to book it. You got to reserve it. But why not just cook outside on the grill? Look at that nice stainless steel. This is the private balcony. This is the second floor apartment. That's the exact place that I've videoed out. Excuse me, chicken soup. That's the exact place that I videoed out at the first part of the video. And then, what else? Have we seen it all now? Oh, this is actually, I was given this by one of my colleagues at RealtorDR.com. His name's Jay, and he's an SEO witch. Okay? He's magic when it comes to getting your rankings to crawl up the Google ranks. Well, not just crawling up. Go to Google and search real estate agent Sosua, realtor Sosua, properties for sale Sosua. Try anything Sosua real estate related. Realtor DR will be close to the top, thanks to Jay and Bobby and Brett. I mean, these guys, the owners of the company, have got pretty good vision, and they've surrounded themselves with people that are talented and know what they're doing, other than me. And so this is infinity blue from the water. Again, if you want to live on the ocean, like literally on the ocean, looking at the ocean, waking up to the ocean and watching storms come in off the ocean. And here's the thing. Dominican Republic is pretty safe from hurricanes. And strangely, I think earthquakes. Haiti takes the brunt of it because it's on the western coast of the on the western side of the island. Apparently, especially in the northern coast, where Sosúa is, if it comes this way, the mountains chop it in half. If it comes that way, the reef slows it down, I think. Anyways, for some reason, it's highly protected against hurricanes and major storms. It's not a very good crop job. This is better, isn't it? So you don't have to worry about getting eaten on the beach. Not by any, like, animals that live in the water. And, yeah, there's nothing really going to hurt you in Dominican Republic. Okay, and then we're coming up to, I think that's Casa Marina. No, that might be, yeah, it would have to be Casa Marina. Hang on. Oh, maybe that's it. That might be Casa Marina because, I don't know, that's Playa Alicia, isn't it? No, that's Casa Marina Beach right there. Playa Alicia is just I think it's around that corner. I'm pretty sure this is Casa Marina Beach. All right, and so you can tour, as you can see right here, you can tour Casa Marina with me. I took a tour of it the other day with my host, Jonathan. That took me around to the VIP rooms and the VIP suites. The VIP pool and the beach and all that kind of stuff on the left, if you could like that. Well, not in this video, I won't. I could make them tags at the end, but and then there's my boy Ray, the sweetest human. One of I mean, look at that smile. He's one of those guys. The Dominican men down here, when they smile, it lights up everything. So that's that. Is that the complete walkthrough? Yeah, 4 minutes. I guess. Oh, no. There's some more. And this is the walkway down to the beach. Okay, some still shots. That's the parking. That's the driveway going in. That's literally... What is it? What effect is that? And there's the beach. Those are the huts that if you want to crash out for the afternoon, and just snooze on the beach, you go down in the morning, you can grab one of those huts and privately pass out. And you can drink anywhere you want, anywhere down here. It is, I hate to say it, it's the Wild West everywhere. It's freedom. It's crazy. All right. And because I try to close the windows and doors a little bit when I'm doing this, just to keep the noise down a little bit. And as a result, it reaches about 130 degrees in here quite quickly. No ceiling fans on or anything like that. And I'm too cheap to run the air conditioning. But my hydro bill here was 450 pesos last month. Okay? Let's figure that out. It's pretty easy. Double it. In dollars. $9 I paid for hydro last month. $9. The month before, it was 1,300 pesos. 26 bucks. American. For the month. And this is kind of a rain day today. The sun's not, well, it's behind the clouds, and it's been raining for most of the day. So I went down and had breakfast at George's Oasis Bar today. A new friend of mine bought something to go, a cheese and ham and cheese omelet, and then ate the potatoes off it and said, now that it's raining so hard, I'm not going to take this back from my old neighbor. So go ahead, eat it. Get some more toast and eat that thing. So I'm like, no, we'll take to your old friend. No, it's pouring rain. He had an umbrella, but that doesn't help you when the torrentials come down. So I said, okay, all right, I'm just going to go eat it. It's getting cold. All right, so I let it cool down a little bit, and I made a couple sandwiches on it and smashed it up. And then I had to come back and negotiate a rent contract because I didn't have a rental contract. And so I met a friend of a friend of a friend yesterday who's starting at the office in real estate, and she said, dude, you don't have a contract? They can throw you out at any time for any reason, even if you're paid up. They could just come in and change the locks and keep your stuff. They don't even need a reason. You don't have to be behind on your rent. So I find out that after being here for 3 months and negotiating downward for my rent because I paid more than I wanted. Well, I paid what I thought it was worth when I came in, but then the roof is leaking in 4 different places. including when I get out of the shower and when I sit on the toilet. Not, what do you call that? Ultimate, it's not the word. Not, what's the word? Why does my brain go to mush when I'm out here? It's not perfect. It's not adequate. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not, I can't. It's not cool. Let's just put it that way. Not enjoyable, not cool. The word I'm looking for will come to me after I'm done the broadcast. So I negotiated downward my rent. 2 months in, I finally met the owner. I'm like, listen, it's not cool. I get out of the tub. There's no tub here. I get out of the shower. Plash. It's coming from the ceiling. It's leaking right through the cement, basically. And like it hits the back of the toilet seat when you're sitting on it and splashes on the small, and you're like, yuck. Well, that's not very much rent. She knocked it down $50. Why am I even telling you this? So she knocked it down $50, and then everything changes. Now, all of a sudden, by the way, she's got a rental agent that she uses down here, and so she informs me that my rent is going back to $50, and that I must have been mistaken, and she didn't mean what she meant, and blah, 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 and my fridge is running. That's not cool. I used to actually broadcasting beside a refrigerator. That's really not my style. So anyways, the rent's going up to $5 again. Like it doesn't matter. Yeah, I rent this one bedroom for $500 a month plus hydro. I got her down to $450. Backdated the first 2 months, and then was informed that this month my rent's going back to $500. And oh, by the way, the place is for sale, and you are to take the leftovers and go fix the place up to make it good for sale. Like spruce it up, get some new bedding, get some new curtains while the tenant's in there, fix it all up for what they wouldn't do for the tenant, and we're going to sell it. And we're not going to use the tenant necessarily as our agent. Why wouldn't you want the agent to be in control of the showings? Why wouldn't you want him to handle it? He wants to sell it for you and make the money, so I don't understand people sometimes. Don't they know how these things work? So anyways, maybe I'll have another listing. Maybe I won't, but you can probably buy this place for about $73,000, which is probably 20 grand more than it's worth. Okay. But if I get it, it'll be a good deal. No, I mean, it's probably worth 50, 55, maybe pushing it to 60. Nobody's going to pay 73 for this, or 83 or whatever. Anyways, I might not be the guy, but you might be able to. Why is my system thinking so much? All right. You might be able to snap this thing up. But anyway, I'm going to take you through because I'm heated up already over here. And all I wanted to show you was Infinity Blue. But I do have a couple other links down here. Oh, I wanted to get to the concierge too. Who cares? I'm going to go for a shower anyways after I'm done. I shower 3 times a day now. All right. We've got a couple links in the show description that'll tell you where we're at. First of all, you're probably watching me here on TrueTube, maybe on Facebook. Whew. Mamma mia, just take me off. You don't need to. I don't take me. No, don't take me. Sorry, I'm literally drenched, so I'm just toweling off here. YouTube.com/C/TrueTube. Sometimes YouTube.com/TrueTube gets you there, but this is what you see. This is where we're at. And am I live? Hello? Am I live? Hello? Let's see. Customize channel, video. Yeah, I'm live right here. Bueno, huh? Okay. So, TrueTube, is where we're broadcasting from. I still got it lit up. I'm not making any money off it. If you want to make a donation, there's number. I haven't had a donation since my anonymous Twitter donated to me $75 American twice out of nowhere, just to keep it up. I'm in England, and if you can show me how Justin Trudeau got elected, I'll send you another 150. Yeah, he sent me 75 American twice. You can email it, fanman1968@gmail.com, if you like what's going on here. I've been doing a lot more Dominican Republic content and a lot more real estate stuff. And man, I could go on and on about the truckers, and I might do that at another time, but I put my Canadian flag back up on my profile on Twitter. But enough of that. Enough of politics. I don't care. I do care. I deeply care. I care very deeply. But man's got to eat. And so if a man's got to eat, man's got to work. And my work is real estate. So we've already talked about some of these. The first one's the Palms. They start at $49 for a bachelor and go to whatever. I think Julius has got a couple of these in there. Julius is a young hot shot at the office that knows everyone in town. Yeah, $42.9 for a studio apartment. $62.9 for a one bedroom. $72.9 for a renovated one bedroom. And the penthouse, number 12, is $149.9. And they got a two bedroom at $109. Huh. Get out of here. The fees are pretty cheap. I've been in this complex. It's pretty nice. They got security. They've got great common space. Look at that pool. Super. It's super duper pool. So yeah, $42.9 gets you a bachelor with low condo fees and a decent management company. Next one sold. Treadway's, again, right down the street from me. It's at the bottom of the hill, right on the number 5, which goes all the way along the north coast. Again, secure, 24-hour gate at the front. You got to show ID to get in unless they know you. It's in good shape. It's been renovated. It's got a balcony. It's got furnishing, appliances included. Come on, $76,000. Come on, man. Like, come on. Look at that. It's aight. And that's a picture of the beach. It's not on the beach. It's a 25-minute walk from the beach. But still, pretty good. Sam Hanna is a local Kite Beach expert. This is $89,000. It's a one bedroom, literally on the beach. Okay. What more can I tell you? Just look at the pictures. Okay, it's $89,000 furnished. It's very good. See? And the beach is just to the front of that pool. Why don't they have the pictures turned around where you can see the beach on this? And why is my freaking building so... You too could live like me. Right here. Sometimes it's not quiet. Puta what? I'm picking up the odd word now. I think somebody's talking about puta. Maybe not. I should clean up my broadcast a little bit more. Anyway, we got condos. We've got inventory. If you want it, go to realtordr.com. I'm going to hit a couple questions on the way out. Since you guys have been asking me questions, I'm going to take the opportunity to answer them. Maybe while we look at properties. Like this one. 169, is it? Yeah, like Oh, this is the same building that I just showed you, the $89,000 one, but we got better shots from this one. That's the building. Well, I just showed you. 89,000. Oh, that's a bachelor, right? So it's not a one bedroom. This is a 2 bedroom, 2 bath. Look at that. This is 169, 2 bedroom, 2 bath. What are the fees? 168, I think. What are the fees here? Fees, bro. Oh, my mouse is going psycho on me. Yeah, I'm having issues. Why doesn't it say fees in there? Oh, $235 a month. HOA fees, no taxes, $235 a month. And this is what you got, furnished. And if you buy it directly through me, and I make my 10 points, I'll split it with you. Even if you're not the buyer. Even if you're just sending me the buyer. Same goes for listings. You send me a listing, it makes me 20 grand. I'll put 10 in your bank account when it closes. USD. Completely legal. And I'm completely happy to do it because half of something's better than 100% of nothing, right? And hopefully I won't be able to have to do that forever. But if you got to buy a little business, ooh, hey now. That's a very blue. I'm feeling blue in the bathroom. The rest of the place is nice and bright. There's the other bathroom. $169,000, $235 a month for condo fees. Hello. All right, so that's it for condos. Go to realtordr.com. You can search by the listing price. You can go from low to high, from high to low, from new to old, from old to new. You can select condos, villas, farms, businesses, commercial, vacant land. And you too can come down here and sweat every day. It's winter right now, and the sun's in, and it's still warm. Not always humid, but always a nice temperature. All right, a couple questions we'll hit. What's the crime rate like? Is there a police or security presence? Yeah, there's security presence everywhere that there's a building because people, I don't know, I guess crime is a thing down here if you don't have security. I don't know. I haven't seen much evidence of a whole lot of crime unless you think in Sosúa, which is a small surfing town with tourism and little barrios all over the place. So it doesn't take you very long until you can get into the natural habitat of the local Dominican. Yes, there's downtown. Yeah, it's all kind of bars and liquor stores and clamatos that are set up for tourism. But it doesn't take you long. Walk down one of the side streets and you immediately end up in Little Dominican Republic. Yes, see. So if you think that prostitution is a real menace to people going, hey, you know, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they stop bothering me after a little while, but I hardly get approached anymore. I still say hello to everyone I'm walking by. Well, maybe not downtown, but pretty much anywhere I walk by, just like the beach at home, I'm like, hola. Well, at home, I don't say hola. So there's some prostitution. The motor coaches, everyone's on the take. Everyone's on the hustle. Everyone's trying to get you to do a ride with them. You want a motor coach? They're like, motor coach. You want a motor coach? You know, the guy on the beach, he claims he's homeless, but he's not. He's got money. He tries to get you for 100 pesos for a coconut when the going rate is 50 pesos for a coconut. So just have your head on a swivel. Be educated as to what's going down, and you won't get taken advantage of. But people don't try and shove their hands in your pockets and rip your phone and your wallet out when you're walking down the beach. It's just not a thing. It's the crime rate here. Now, I don't know where you would get stats from that, nor would I trust them if you could find them. But being on the ground here for 90 days and walking all over this place at all times of night. Now, I'm not out late at night often. I have been. I've walked home after close at 2:30 in the morning from downtown, 20 minutes to my house. Nothing. No problemo. Right? The crime here, if you watch all these videos, the baddest bars in Dominican Republic and, don't go to Dominican Republic, it's dangerous. I say it's vastly overstated, the crime down here. I haven't found it to be a problem. Now, I'm not saying you don't need to have your head on a swivel, especially when it comes to even crossing the road if you're walking, because you can't take for granted that a red light, people will stop in all directions. And as a pedestrian, you don't seem to have the right of way. The guys behind the wheel or on the motor coaches, they have the right of way, and they use it constantly, and you don't want to get hit on the road by a bike. No, you do not want that. The policia have a very strong presence, especially the holidays down here. They set up their little drinking things, because they want to make sure that you don't have open alcohol in the car. And they're not doing breathalyzers. They're just making sure you're not driving with it. And if you are, and they catch you, offer them a beer. You'll be good. It's the Wild West down here. Apparently, if you get pulled over by a cop, you ask him if he's hungry, and you toss him $20 and you're on your way. 20 American. That kind of stuff would get you locked up in Canada. And down here, it's the culture. And if you have a webcam going, the cops will be extra special nice to you because they don't want you to have evidence of them being crooked. They also won't let you pay them while the camera's running. So, yes, there is a decent police presence. I've never had a run-in with the police down here, but I never had a run-in back home with them either until April 10th last year when I took the microphone at Alicia's Freedom Fest, and I was slapped with 2 $880 fines, which I'm fighting. My next date is Thursday, 8:45. No, I got 2 dates, but my next date is Thursday, February 3rd. Oh, I missed this one earlier. What are the most updated COVID protocols in DR, and how can I track those? Well, you could probably track them on the website, the official website of the Dominican Republic government. But I can tell you that the small shops in downtown Sosúa, nobody wears a mask, insists that you do, or asks for a V-Pass. Now, if you go to Bank of Santa Cruz to open a bank account, you're wearing a medical mask and you're being asked for your V-Pass. And if you go like this and show them your phone, you're in. They don't even... So they want to make it look like they're going through the motions. But they also have shotguns. Mm-hmm. I'm like, lo siento, te amo. I'm sorry, I love you. Don't shoot. No, that's not don't shoot. So, lo siento. I'm sorry. Te amo. I love you. And te amo breaks. Even the guys with the shotgun will laugh when you say I love you. Don't shoot me. Well, they don't. I put my hands up. I'm like, lo siento. Te amo. Almost everyone laughs when you hit them with that one. So the protocols. The major chains. Like the money currency exchanges, you can do it on the street and you get the same rate. I think it's about 56 pesos, 55, 56 and a half. You might even get 57 right now. 57.3, 57.5. Depends on who you go and how much you're changing. If you change more, they'll give you a better rate. So your 100 American gets you roughly 57,000 pesos. And 1,000 pesos is roughly $20, so double it in USD. In Canadian funds, it's 43, 44, 45, somewhere in there. So $100 Canadian gets you 43,000, 44,000, 45,000 pesos. Yeah. That's that. So, yeah, the COVID protocols are not that strict. No one wears the mask over their nose. The employees will, maybe Superpola. All the employees wear masks. Very few of them put them up over their nose. Basically, they cover their mouth with their mask. I wear a neck gaiter, and I have been wearing a neck gaiter because I like going to Superpola. It's close, and they have the decent selection, and I go there often enough that I'm not going to be the gringo that tries to go in without a mask. First of all, you won't get in without one. Second of all, if you're taking it down when you're in there, I'm not going to jail. I'm not going to Dominican jail, period. So I don't push my luck. I wear my neck gaiter over my mouth, and I breathe through my nose. There's no problem. My neck gaiter is polyester. There's nothing. I'm not breathing anything through that thing. And I can wash them anytime I want. I got a bunch of them. So no, COVID protocols are not that serious, and they just want to make it look like they are doing what the government tells them, especially if the government sits out front. How close to the beach, amenities, hospital, etc. There's a public hospital about a 10-minute walk west. Which way are we facing here? Yeah, west. And then literally one block east is a private hospital. Excuse me. Out of country health insurance you can buy down here. I have a girl. I can hook you up with most anything. Rentals, all-inclusive hotels, resorts, real estate, health insurance, anything you want to buy, anything you want to build. Any car that blows their engine. If you want to buy a car, we got a guy for that. If you want to buy a cheap car, we got a guy for that. Motor coaches can grab you just about anything at any time of night, depending on, whose number you've got. My guy down here is Ricardo. You might have seen him in one of my videos. Another guy that smile just lights up the whole street when he smiles. He asked me the other day, and I told him I came back from church. He says, "You believe in gibbous?" You believe in Hebus? Hebus? Hebus. Jesus. Yeah, Hebus. Yes, Ricardo, I believe in Jesus. Oh, bueno. Very nice man, Ricardo. And he drives like I was going to say a white man. Is that racist? Because some of these guys are loco like a cabeza. You don't want to get on the back of a bike that guy's swerving all through traffic and stuff. Ricardo is my guy. Good man. And I've only been on his motor coach once to go to a job interview because I didn't want to show up there a big, fat, sweaty mess. And look at my camera. Why is it flickering? No bueno. No bueno. Mucho no bueno. No mucho bueno. How close to the beach? I'm a 25-minute walk from here in Caribe Campo. You can get much closer. What kind of out-of-pocket financial investment do you think I'm looking at, if you had to guess? Like, how much cash do I need to have ready in order to hit the go button? Well, depending on your workability, your employability, your ability to start a business and make money right off the bat, rent down here is $500 USD. That gets you a nice furnished place close to the beach. You can do less than that. You can obviously do much nicer than that if you want something, but you can get a nice one-bedroom flat for $500 close to the beach. So how many months do you need before you start rocking? There's no taxes down here to speak of. There's no income tax. There's no property tax. If you're over 65, anything you own is untaxable as far as property goes. Anything under $150,000 is tax-free. I understand that you need a very good real estate lawyer because title is a big thing down here, having clear title. And we don't market anything that's not clear title, but you want a good lawyer. And my understanding is that between you and me, that at some point in the transaction, the lawyer will say to the buyer and seller, they're both in the same room, because you make offers to purchase, but they're not legal. The only thing that's legal down here is like, it's got to be Spanish, and I think it's got to be in red ink or something weird. So we go with you to the preparation of the offer. So you make an offer to purchase, it gets accepted, then you take it to the lawyer, and the lawyer hashes it out, puts the deal together, and then at some point, before the final papers are signed, the lawyer will leave the room and say, "No, I'm going to leave the room. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Do whatever you want." And there could be at that point an agreement that there is a certain exchange of paper bags or manila envelopes or suitcases, okay? Because if you keep the price down, the taxes stay down. So if you want to keep it under $150,000 to avoid taxes, but you've agreed to pay $180,000, and the lawyer leaves the room, and then $30,000 goes one way to the other, and then you come back and you sign the contract for $150,000 and you're done. Are you kidding me? This is how they operate. And it's no freaking secret. It's not like I'm telling, tales at a school. It's just the way things go. And there's no MLS system down here. So having a good connected agent, and I'm very knowledgeable on the inventory now. I've studied all the brokers' listings, especially my own. But tell me when I tell you, we've got whatever you want, and such as we have in our office a very nice villa with two, what do you call them back home? We would call them in-law apartments that are on the property that are like efficiency flats with showers and kitchenettes and, a bathroom and a bedroom, right? And they rent for so much money, I can't remember. And then there's a 3,000 square foot house that's attached to it. Everything's concrete down here. Everything, for the most part, is gated with concrete walls, and they're hurricane proof. Everything's concrete. There's no wooden structures down here. There's no basements down here. Okay? Now, this particular property is $499, and if you have it rented 70% of the time, those two little efficiency flats, or whatever you call them, it produces, you ready for it? $67,000 American per year. Your return on investment is 4.5 years. In other words, if you're all cashed price, no mortgage, and you put $500K down American, and you rent it out 70% of the time with all your expenses included, the house is paid for in 4.6 years. 67,000 American a year. Is that what it works out to? 500,000, 67 times 4.5. I think that's what I worked it out to. It's got low fees. It's a great property, actually. Let me just show you that one while I'm here. Find a home. Whew. Turn down your mic, wipe off your sweat. Dry off your headphones. What a fair show. That's not, that's French. You fair show. What do you say hot down here? Picante. Okay, so we're just scrolling down quickly to $499. Could have done this easier, probably. Here it is. Six bedroom private oasis. It was $549. It's now $499. There's the main house on the left, and the pool in the middle, and the two rental units on the top and bottom. Are you seeing this? I was right. 3,000 square foot of living space on a 10,000 square foot lot. Meters you multiply by 10 for square feet. Everything's square meters down here. 6 bedrooms, 6 washrooms. Jeepers. 18,000 gallon pool, totally refinished. HOA fee on this property is $325. Oh, what's this? You got a video? Oh no.
Are you literally waiting forever for your...
Yeah, it's not. It looked like a... thought this was the house. Apparently it's not. It's a DR commercial. That's fine. It looked like a video on top of this one. That was kind of a psycho. Okay, so here's the location. Okay? Are you with me? This is East Cabarete. This is the gated community it's in. It's at the top, so it backs onto that field. And you can see that this one is mapped very accurately because that's actually the house that we've been looking at. $325 a month are your common fees, and they help take care of this, right? This is your little community. It's gated, 24-hour security, gated, and security carries shotguns. Okay? Okay. So this is the one that's producing out of these two little flats, $67,000 net a year. Come on, man. Look at this, furnished. Okay? Now, I know I left Canada. Some are too pleased about the fact that I left. Some might even consider me a coward for running away. Why would you invest your money? Let's say you got 500,000 American. Let's say you sold your house for a decent chunk of change, and you're thinking about buying a place somewhere. You can stay as long as you want down here. Your residency doesn't get you anything more than you have when you land. When you land, you have the same rights as a natural-born Dominican. Now, you can't run for office. That's the only thing you can't do. But and I'm not saying you get treated the same in court, but you have the same rights as a naturalized citizen when you're down here immediately, as soon as you get off the plane. You can buy whatever you want. You can own 100% of whatever you want. You can open a business wherever you want. You can bring as much money into the country as you want. There's free trade zones. There's all kinds of opportunity for you here. Now, depending on what line of work you're in, that's enough. I haven't seen a place with a tub in a very long time. This one has a tub. Some of the grounds, another aerial shot. We also do great photography, unless you haven't been able to tell. Great professional photography and drone shots are standard with every listing that we do. And as I mentioned, most commissions down here are 10%, 8% maybe if it's exclusive. Exclusive contracts means you're the only agent on the job. So that's that. How much money do you need if you're coming down? Well, you can buy a one-bedroom condo for $50,000-$60,000 bucks. The rest is up to you. Up to you. Up to you. I'm sober and I can barely speak. So that's Realtor DR. That's our team. Jim at realtordr.com. I think we've hit just about everything. Maybe we'll go out with a little Maddie McPherson. Want some? What do you think? ¿Qué pasa? So, yeah. Peace, love, hug your neighbor. And whatever you do, defy, do not comply, and rip that mask off your face. No politics today, just real estate. I'm Jim Fannin, and I am out.
night now.